And then you should have an overlay somewhere you can move around to wherever you want. Maybe your overlay size is really small and you don't see it. I have no idea. I just...
Oh, boo.
I don't know how you don't see something somewhere on your in your eyes there saying like channel 12, then the volume, and then the number of people in the channel. Okay, I think I might see what you might have done. Hold on.
Hi guys.
Hello.
Guys, I get to watch it as I kill a cow.
All right, so open your radio. And then see where it says my status. Click on the two little people that are there, and then you should have an option to hide or show overlay.
Right.
And then now it should pop up somewhere on your eyes there, and you can always see who's in here.
That big song. I was like, I don't know if I should be scared or turned on.
I'm not sure I want to know.
It's a song with the emo girl, and I didn't know if I should be scared of her or turned on. And then he showed me the video, and I was turned on. I like her.
Stream shows like it's doing well.
Bye bye, Betsy. Night night. Ooh. Vague. Yeah, he still said it vague. You motherfucker. Uh-oh, I'm about to cry. Egg.
All right, I'm just I'm looking for where I did that before because I'm slow as shit here. This. All right, edit panels. There it is. Add a panel. Text or image to a panel. Panel title. Credits. Add image. Credits. image links to. Let's do this first.
Oh no, he's just in here. I thought you got kidnapped. Oh, is he in his head?
He might be.
I think he is.
Yeah. Pretty sure he is. You should steal those shoes. Or him.
Steal him.
Hey, the fuck are you doing, man?
Bear told me to steal your shoes, and then I picked you up. He's like, "We're gonna steal him."
No, I was updating my abouts page to add a credit section for my cousin who's putting in a shit ton of work.
Oh, fair. I thought you got kidnapped because you weren't in the radio, so I ran in to see if you were in here.
No, I'm going the wrong way.
Yeah, you are.
All right, check out the about page. It should be updated with the credit section for you. I was in my head working on an about page.
Aw.
Well, I needed to add credits for someone who's helping out with all my graphics and all that shit, so.
Okay.
They have access to do everything except for edit the about page. And they've been doing everything but that, so the least I could do is take some time to do that for them. Meow.
Moo.
Mm.
Oh my god, you slid like you.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Mom. You
sorry.
might have another.
Wait, what?
You heard me.
We're going up to Lux to see what cars Luke doesn't own to get him to buy. So we will catch you guys soon.
All right.
Have fun. You guys. I'm
Oh, I gotta
fine.
pull up that van.
It's nice having rich people that are buying cars just so you can mod them to make money.
Right?
You'd think he would just front them the fucking money.
Oh.
Why wouldn't he just front you money? If he's buying cars just so you can
I don't know.
do
Maybe
the
he
mob.
wants. I don't know. Maybe he wants.
And then he
to...
keeps the car still, though.
Well, yeah, or he could just
have a
front
say
you
in it.
money
I
and
fuck-
charge you interest and
Oh,
pay
I'm
him
sorry.
pay him back.
Kimmy wouldn't charge interest, but
Well, you could offer interest, but yeah.
No,
that's-
I'd rather do his cars and then have him pay me for them. Like, I'd rather work for it.
That's fair.
The little bit of work that I am doing.
That's fair. I wouldn't take money from people either. Like Jack gave me $100 grand for the house, then I'm probably just gonna give him back when he wakes up next. Even though he's gonna live there, I'll still probably just gonna give him the money back.
Yeah.
He's not around a lot to make a lot of money, so.
I'm always around, but I'm not making as much as I used to. I used to just sit down at Cold Start for most of the time and just make money like that, but you know.
Well, why aren't you doing that?
Just 'cause I don't like being down there 24/7 anymore.
Yeah, that's fair.
more fun.
You should get a job driving tow truck.
Drive a tow truck? No, thank you.
So you got something against driving a tow truck, but no problem, ripping engines and swapping engines in cars?
I can't drive that well, that's why.
Well, you don't have to drive that well. You just need to be able to drive.
Can't drive.
You can get one of the
I
slow
can't-
trucks.
I can't even see half the time.
All right, so you checked out the about thing. Is it appropriate? Does the link work? I didn't have time to check the link. I was being kidnapped by Tyler. I'm gonna have to start staking soon. I want to make sure I get steak sold this storm as much as possible.
Sorry, I forgot. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see, I had 85 tag when I started with Butchering with you, so I'll go. What do I have left?
Look at your car.
How many tags do you have? Or how many tags do you have left?
Oh,
That
I
you
have a
want
ton.
done.
I have a ton of tags. I have 187 tags left.
Okay, so I have 49 tags left. So whenever, or I'll get these done, and then whenever you start making the
Alright,
steak,
perfect.
go back and start make steak.
Yeah, like I said, I just want to make sure I get some steak made and sold by the end of the storm because it's,
Right,
it's a
right.
good price.
Yeah,
Like
I can't
I
remember.
sold some yesterday for like 201 just because I was there. I should have
Oh
fucking
yeah,
held
that's
on
what
to
it was. Right, that's what I sold it.
Yeah, I should have held on to that shit and waited. 'cause,
Yeah, I should have.
Well, the difference between 201 and 228, that's a big fucking jump. Well, especially when you
Right.
got a lot of steak.
Exactly.
Like they made what 700K in steak today. Imagine they sold that when it was fucking 301.
Right.
That would have been a huge difference.
Mm-hmm. Do you know what the state police radio channel is?
Yeah, one that we don't use able, or the one we aren't able to use. We're not allowed on their radio.
Not even just to pop
no.
in like, hey guys, you need okay.
I think that having a radio
don't
channel for
agree
us
with
is
that.
fucking stupid. They should call like everybody else. I think
The
it's,
radio
it's-
channel should be just for employees,
it should be easier for
so
them.
that the employees can take, you know,
Well, it's easier for them to call us than it is to
Mhm.
radio us.
right.
Not to mention when they're radioing us, they're having to turn their radio off from the
Mhm.
contact with their other officers. Just pick up the fucking
Mhm.
phone. They got the phone open to
Sure.
see if we're open anyway. Just while you see that we're open, click that fucking button. It calls. It's not fucking rocket science.
Sure.
And I stopped using 12 honestly because it was
Mhm.
super fucking boring.
Mm.
Mind you, it was just me that was ever fucking around, but
Like,
and then a couple
and
cops
now
did
that you
ask.
have,
Well, now
now
there's
you
something
do
else
have
to be
other
around.
employees,
Yeah.
you don't get on.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm standing right beside you.
I know. Shit.
But no, I one of the cops asked me the one day why I wasn't
Mm.
on 12, and I explained it. Actually, a couple cops asked, and they totally understand why I wouldn't want to sit on a
Mhm.
radio by myself.
All right.
Like it got to the point where I was telling myself and my friends there, that's like, If I have to sit on a radio by myself the whole time I'm signed in,
I'm just drifting
I
around
won't
with
be
Ezra
signed
for a
in.
minute. You're
Right.
doing what you're doing, Coda.
Like you need to have
Gucci,
some
I'm just
enjoyment
working
while
for a
you're
little
here.
bit.
You do you?
You can't just sit by yourself all the time.
I just don't have. I don't know anybody yet. Well, let me face it. I don't know anybody well enough yet.
The radio channel I'm on isn't my radio channel. It's somebody else. It
yeah,
just happens where other
I
people
know.
are, and they want to limit who is on it. Otherwise, I would, you know. But the
Yeah.
more we hang out, you know,
Yeah.
a couple of the people that are in that radio channel that maybe vouch for you and shit. You know
Hey.
what I mean?
Right.
I know we had to switch
That's
radio
why I
channels
put-
because
yeah.
somebody else got in, and who the fuck is this person? Blah blah blah. You know.
Mm-hmm. I know some of that could be like, for instance, myself. When I first got here, I went to the radio channel that we used in the other. Of course, I made sure there wasn't somebody on it, or there was, but like that might be a reason that somebody found out too. You know what I mean? In fact, the old radio wasn't 17.76.
Yeah, I don't even know. My group is changing fucking radios all the fucking time. I went 2 days without even knowing the fucking radio channel.
Mhm.
And then I'd bump into somebody and be like, well, hey, man, fuck, what's up with the fucking radio? And then, well, somebody got in that, wasn't supposed to be there or something, and blah, blah, blah. And then not give me the fucking channel. So I just said that I'm not begging for
Right.
fucking to be on a radio channel with people.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I am literally full to the fucking brim with steak or with meat, and I've actually dropped a couple.
Oh shit. Okay. Let me finish this one up and then I'll actually pick this up.
Yeah, you grab that 6 there if you want. It might be 6, and then look again. There might be another 6 or something. I might have been dropping it for a while. I have no fucking clue.
There's only 6. That's good.
Yeah, no, but once you take it, you might have to look
Mhm.
again because it's weird the way the drops work.
I mean,
So like if I killed another cow, whatever I got from that
Mhm.
would drop in a separate. It's all gone now.
oh, I see what
Yeah.
you're saying. I see
Yeah.
what you're.
Sometimes you have to look multiple times because it drops it
right.
differently. It doesn't all drop into the same ground, if that makes sense.
Right. Yeah. I got you. That makes.
All right, so we got like
Sorry,
40
I'm a little
minutes,
slow.
45 minutes to fucking do this before we need to run up and sell.
Need to. Excuse me. Farmer, right?
Yeah.
Let's see.
And then in 4 minutes, I gotta go back to tow to make sure we don't, so I can get our toast pay schedule done.
Right, that we get.
So we know
paid.
exactly when that happens. So I don't want to miss out on that money.
Hmm. Steak.
Alexa, if I have 398 raw beef, it takes 2 raw beef to make a steak and 5 seconds to make each steak. How long is it going to take?
You can make 199 steaks, which will take 995 seconds. That's about 16 minutes and 35 seconds.
Not bad.
Glad I can help with your cooking calculations.
According to my math, I got about 17 minutes of staking.
Okay.
If my math is correct, that is. Adding a couple minutes here and there to get paid for so. All right, so nobody else got back to me about the designing. So not much of that is done. I put a bed in my bedroom last night. That was it. I got you a truck today. The guy was asking 100. I asked if he'd take 90. I showed up. Turns out it was some guy I talked to earlier in the day. Gave it to me for 80. So your truck is in my possession and paid off. What else? Oh, the same guy I got the truck from, I was talking about, like, used car business. Because, you know, they obviously have ways of acquiring cars. And the two guys there were super down for the idea. I don't want to rush stuff. I want to, you know, make sure it's a viable business idea and shit. I think I want to talk to Christoph, the guy that owns the LS Tow, and see if he can, you know, give me some seed money to get shit going. He would end up being like a silent business partner, but he seems like a very decent enough guy anyway. And then I figure temporarily we run the lot. We use the house as the storage for the cars for the lot. And then whatever salespeople we have, we just give keys to the house. Which means we don't want to store our shit there until shit takes off. Otherwise, a salesperson might sell your car. And then we'll figure out how things go, like running the business without it being an official business, and then apply for it to be a business. Which may or may not be tricky, because car ownership, they might have to set up the business itself as like a person, and then any of the employees can sell any of that person's vehicles. Otherwise, the vehicle transfer would have to, you know, let's say you're a salesperson, you have 10 cars in there, and they belong to, you know, they're all in my name. You wouldn't even be able to sell them. You know what I mean? So there would have to be a way to make it so the business owns the cars, their business assets. If that makes sense. That's the only tricky back end part that I think might be an issue. Otherwise, each salesperson can only sell their own cars. Kind of like was the issue in
How close are we to needing the switch over?
Oh yeah, we missed it because I'm slow.
Oh, we
Yep.
did? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was in the middle of a conversation and totally gapped out on time.
You're good.
We got lots of time now,
Wasn't
though.
paying attention. Right?
But yeah, so there has to be some kind of way to make it so the car ownership can be spread across the company, and a company employee would be able to sell said car. So I'm not sure how that would work out. But other than that hurdle, it's, you know, you're a sales rep, you can only sell the cars that are in your name, which would kind of suck. But once it becomes an actual business, then, you know, it'll probably be the same base rate as everywhere else, like $2,000 or something to sit at the lot. And then cars will have, like, there'll be a Discord for it and sections of what cars we have. And so, like, let's say we buy a car for 50, we sell it for 75. You know, a portion of that difference, if you sell it for more than 75, then you get that extra, you know what I mean? That's the way it would have to start, for sure. 100%, that's the way it has to start. But I would like it if, like, the business takes ownership of the car, and then that way anybody working for the business can sell said car. We just have to be cautious about that as well. Good day, sir.
Good day there, feller. I've come to process my meat.
Today's a great steak day. If you're quick and you sell it before storm, it's at
Hmm.
$2.28.
Damn, right. What's the
That
best option? Should I do a steak or a ground
steak.
beef?
Oh, you're doing steak. Steak is your best option. I think ground beef was only like 60 or something a piece,
Damn, okay.
and it's
I'm
one
not
for
got
one.
many anyways. It's my first little try.
It's definitely profitable if you put some time into it, for sure.
I think I've got about 76 pieces of raw beef.
Yeah, that'll get you 38 steaks or something like that. At $228 a piece at the produce guy in Grapeseed.
What's his postal?
Do you know Grapeseed at all?
Not really. I've never really ventured much out of the city. I'm a city boy.
Okay. Give
Or
me a
from when I
second.
went a bit up north to the what you might call it, the chicken farm.
Okay, so did you sell eggs to the produce guy when you did the chickens?
No, I've still got the eggs only at the moment, and I've got some alive chickens.
Yeah, the chicken processing does not make money. I deeply explored it yesterday.
I think somebody told me earlier. I think it was about. He told me some guy spent about an hour or so and made about 10 grand.
Yeah, that was me. I didn't tell you that, but that was me
Damn.
that did it. Yeah, it wasn't really worth it.
Sir, I feel so bad for you.
All right, so the sales guy, the farmer guy, is at 2008.
2008. Oh, that's not too far.
No, it's not really far out of the way.
How long have we got until storm?
About 52 minutes.
Oh, that'll be plenty of time for me
Oh,
to process.
that's tons, yeah.
I've only done a small amount because I'm not sure what I want to see the process before I dive into it a big time.
This I think right now, if you're wanting to do clean money, is one of the better money making opportunities.
Oh, that's good then.
Jewelry's pretty decent, but I think overall this would pay more. This has 3 steps, jewelry has like 7. And you're getting
I
kidnapped at
used
the
to
forge
do-
all the time.
I used to do that steel diving, but the mechanics didn't know what they don't want to pay a lot of money now.
Nope. Also, if you're here and you whip your phone out, you don't bounce around as much.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was getting so upset I would always end up in the corner.
Well, that's a good bit of advice.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
I think for just civ money right now, if you don't want to do criminal activity, this is good money.
Yeah, I want to build up a little bit of money before I start dabbling in the criminal enterprises.
I'm the same way. You can't go back to doing this kind of stuff after you're a criminal. It's
Well, that's true. That's true. But I've got a little bit of criminal knowledge from when I've spoke to people and
Damn it.
built up some stuff for myself. Like I know about the SD cards and the slippers and stuff and where to get them.
I know a little bit of a lot of things, but I haven't really focused my energy on that kind of stuff yet.
Yeah.
I want to get myself. I've only been in town for like a month, so I wanna enjoy everything it has to offer.
Well, I've been in town about a few days.
Oh, okay.
Well, with this head anyway. My other head was maybe about 3 or 4 weeks.
Okay, so we're not that far off.
No, he had a short sort of lifespan, so I killed him off pretty quick. God rest his soul.
I have another soul that was going to be a lawyer, and then they never got back to me. So
My other soul was like a big time criminal, but he was he got into a lot of debt and
yeah,
it's impossible to get out of.
Sometimes it's just better to live and let be.
So I thought, let's stop this life and reincarnate, sort of thing.
Yep.
Are you calling me? I'm inside the. Give me 2 minutes. I'll be with. Right, you see the man outside? He's called the Cowman. Speak to him, and then you'll be placed into that yonder little cattle pack area, and you need to chase the cows and flex your E muscle to capture them. And you'll come up with a small mini game to press one of your number muscles to capture it, and you'll get a tag. You capture so many tags, you bring them inside the slaughterhouse to the slaughter machine where you've got to slaughter the cows. Then you bring it through to the processing where you cut it up into either mincemeat or steak, or do steak because it's higher price at the moment. Then you go and sell it.
It's
in
always
Toledo.
a higher price.
This gentleman says it's always a higher price.
Yeah, I've never seen the ground beef be worth doing.
You might want a little bit more than 6.
Six is a good start to learn the process, though. When I started, I did 15 minutes of catching, which took about 15 minutes of killing, which translated to about 15 minutes of cutting. And then I did a couple experiments. The last one was an hour of each, and I think I made 84,000 or something like that. I think steak that day was selling for 220.
So with me having 40 steaks, how much roughly do you think that might get me?
Well, 40 times 228 right now.
Yeah, that happens. You'll still catch it. Don't worry about it.